Hello from home. We're all at home. It's day 30. I have no idea. I'm PJ Byrne. I and some dear friends are here today to talk to you about LA Family Housing, an incredible organization. They are a nonprofit organization, and they are on the front lines of the homelessness crisis. And they are doing incredible things to help so many people right now. I'm looking at my shirt here. Don't adjust your screens. This is actually my shirt. This is not a Zoom add-on. This is my real shirt. It's my last clean shirt because I have not done laundry since March 15th. It's just because I do not have the time anymore because I am a teacher now to my two little girls and I love them. I love them. I'm also their guidance counselor, the chef, the custodian, and the principal of Byrne Academy, established March 15th, 2020, and we're already off to a great year. Tonight, actually, we're having a pep rally in the kitchen because our chess team just won regionals in the living room, and we're going for house champions tomorrow at 9:20 a.m. in the dining room, so tune in at 9:20 if you have time. But in all truthfulness, I feel so lucky and blessed to be staying at home because we are all safer at home, and that's why I want to talk to you about LA Family Housing and the important work that they are doing during this pandemic, because they are literally helping our neighbors in need find a home. They are on the front lines of the COVID-19 crisis within the crisis of homelessness, and they are helping our most vulnerable stay safe and healthy, essentially. So here's what we're gonna do. Over the next 20 minutes, we are gonna get an agency update from our president and CEO, the woman with the greatest name ever. I love saying her name, Stephanie Klasky Gamer. What else are we gonna do? We're gonna hear dispatches from the front lines. We're gonna meet board member and my friend and award chair, Blair Rich. And we're gonna learn about so many important people making a real difference during these historic times. So anyway, sit back, sip on something yummy, and hopefully feel inspired over the next 20 minutes. Thank you.
Thanks, PJ. And hi, everyone. I'm Stephanie. Welcome on site to LA Family Housing. We're so thrilled that you're watching and joining us to hear how we've been responding to COVID-19. COVID-19 has really brought a change to all of our lives, and I want to share what we've been doing at LA Family Housing to respond, to keep our participants safe and healthy, and continuing on their path to move into permanent housing. So a few things that we've done to our current operations. Number one, in our existing shelters that we've always operated for 35 years, we have tried to decrease the density of those shelters to create more social distancing, to avoid congregation, to create isolation rooms, all towards the goal of reducing the risk of spreading the virus on site. Secondly, we've had our outreach teams out in the field since day one. They've shifted the type of outreach that they're doing. Now it's focused on education, ensuring that our clients who are still living outdoors have access to masks, to hand sanitizers, to soap for the new washing stations that the city has put outside in the encampments, but most importantly, that they're aware about COVID-19 and the high vulnerability that they have of spread amongst the encampments. Number three, we've been working with all of our families living in interim housing, and we now are providing meals for them every day. 1,300 meals are prepared by our new partner, Redbird Restaurant, and we pick those meals up, deliver them to all of the families so that they have a nutritious hot meal every day. That started since COVID-19, and we will continue this for as long as we can. But the most important change we've made is our partnership with the county to stand up new shelters for those individuals who have no home to stay safer at home. The county, in conjunction with the state under Project Room Key, has master leased a number of motel rooms. LA Family Housing is working on 4 motels so far, with 450 rooms to move our senior citizens and those individuals still living outdoors with underlying health conditions, to move them inside in order to prevent the spread of the COVID-19 virus. And finally, as all of you have heard me say so many times, homes end homelessness. So I'm proud to share that even since COVID-19, LA Family Housing is continuing our construction of new apartment buildings and new interim housing sites across the city. We have 4 buildings under construction right now, which will all open at the end of the year, and we look forward to a grand opening in person with all of you soon. None of this could happen without our amazing staff at LA Family Housing. I could go on and brag about them, but I think it's more fun if you go and visit them yourselves.
So it's almost a challenge in and of itself to just think of what is kind of the biggest success that we've had so far through all of this. I really always want to fall back into the successes that outreach is seeing, that our walk-in teams are seeing, our successes in being able to adapt in our frontline services, but thinking, kind of pulling back and looking at these hotels specifically and what do those successes look like. I mean, we got 100 people inside in a matter of days who had previously been unhoused for quite a long time. That's huge. And we're literally about to open up a hotel, which might be 170 to 250 rooms. We're about to get that many people inside again. We've got communities that have been outdoors for a really long time, and the resources exist, but I go back to the trust thing. Trust is the currency that homeless services operates with. And if you don't have it, stuff doesn't move. It doesn't happen. And so if we can really use the trust that we've been building with this amazing new resource that our community really needs right now, and then really use it to bridge to the resources that we already have and can make things move a little faster, I think that's where the success is going to be. And then I think about the bigger numbers of 400 people in 2.5, 3 weeks moving indoors who hadn't been indoors. That's an amazing thing. And every single person there has a story. They have people who care about them, who are going to be overjoyed by this success. And they have caseworkers who have been working their butts off to make it happen, who now have a resource to really get them to. It's truly an honor to be able to work in that. And it's been great to work with the team that we have. I've been really, really lucky to be able to be a part of this.
My name is Eric Montoya. I work for LA Family Housing, and I'm an outreach supervisor, and I'm on the front lines every day. So one of the biggest changes in our day-to-day operations is sanitizing our vehicles. We sanitize them for the protection of ourselves and also our participants. So up here we have car seat covers, we have our gloves, we have masks for the individuals that are experiencing homelessness right now. So we get the car seat covers and put them over the seats. So we make sure that we sanitize the whole car. And like I said, it's not only for our protection, but for the protection of the participants that we serve. Some of the challenges that we've come across due to COVID-19 is social distancing. I've been doing this for 20 years, and throughout my 20 years, I'm used to shaking hands, hugging people. So it's been really difficult for me, and I've heard that from my other coworkers as well. Another thing is social distancing within the encampments. A lot of the encampments are on each other, they're real close to each other, so we've been having a difficult time keeping the 6 feet rule for some of the participants because they're so used to being close to each other. We have had a lot of success in moving people along and getting people to move out of the location, say across the riverbed. So we've had some success in social distancing, but it's still really challenging. So today we picked up Mr. Carl Brown, and we got his lease signed. As you can see him jingling his keys in the back. We worked on filling out his lease and getting him his keys to his new apartment where he could begin his new life.
Hello, my name is Eduardo, and I'm the donations driver for LA Family Housing. My job is to pick things up, drop them off, and supply the need, whatever the need might be, whether it's food, water, hygiene kits, anything in between. It could be diapers, it could be toothpaste and toothbrushes, it could be shampoo. But whatever it is, my job is to get it to them. Something that I find hope in is people who are still willing to show up here to work, people who are still doing what they need to do. Even though it's a scary time, and it's a time where you want to be safe yourself. We all have families. People are still showing up and doing their jobs because we know that it's not about us. There's other people we want to care about. There's other people we need to take care of. And I find a lot of hope thinking and knowing that I have other people by my side who are doing the same thing as me. I want to thank LA Family Housing for everything you guys do because you guys have taken care of me. I've been homeless and now I'm here. I've joined the cause because you guys have been good to me.
Hi everyone, my name is Jamie Tan and I am a housing navigator at LA Family Housing. Mainly what I do is help homeless families find a home, give them a fresh start, and it's pretty awesome. A major success the family side of navigation has done is move in 22 families this month, and we are in the middle of April, and we, despite, coronavirus and this pandemic, we were able to move in 22 families so far. So that's really exciting. It's not even the end of the month, and I am so proud of our team.
Aren't they inspiring? What an amazing team we have here. But we couldn't do our work without all of our generous supporters from you and the community at large. I can't tell you what it's like to walk into the office every day this past month and see boxes from Amazon filled with games for the kids who are sheltering in place, filled with headphones for our clients who are doing telemedicine now and having conference calls with their therapists, for the masks, the cupcakes, and the food. You guys have been incredibly generous and we can't thank you enough. We also are so indebted for the financial support. This is a time that we need it more than ever. Thank you.
Next up, we're going to talk about some great supporters and partners that are working with LA Family Housing. You're going to see a quick chat that I had with Neil Frazier, the co-owner of the restaurant Redbird, along with his wife, Amy Noel Frazier. She's not in the video. She didn't have time. You know why? Because she's a teacher now as well. She's teaching. Anyway, we're going to talk about their amazing collaboration, or the cool kids say collab. Obviously, I won't say that because I'm not that cool. But they have an amazing collaboration with LA Family Housing, and we're going to talk about it. There he is. Neil, what's up? It's PJ. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. I'm doing good, man. Listen, I just want to tell you, we never met before, but I just want to tell you how much I love you and your wife Amy's restaurant. It's epic. Being a Catholic kid, I love that you're located in the old LA cathedral, if you will. So it's like I get to kill two birds with one stone. No pun intended with Redbird. I get to go to church and have a beautiful meal. So thank you for that. Buddy, you're my new hero. I hear you're doing some incredible things with LA Family Housing. Can you share what you guys are doing with them?
Sure. We're given the opportunity to cook some meals for the housed homeless, and we kind of jumped on it. This is our fourth full week, and it's been a great kind of lifeline for us as a business. And kind of thinking about the future, this might be something, if given the opportunity, we'll do long past our restaurant opening. It's a great way to serve the community, and it's also a great way to keep our staff kind of moving along. And as we our restaurant opens and our event space Viviana opens, it'll also be a great place for us to use some of our excess food and being able to serve some people that are in need.
I hear so the word on the street, I think the numbers, you're making about 1,300 meals a day for LA Family Housing. Is that correct?
That's correct. Yeah.
I don't think I could count to 1,300 in a day, and you're making 1,300 meals. How does your team feel about switching? It feels like to such a massive number, and how's that playing out?
It took about 3 days for us to kind of retool a little bit, and we're fortunate that we're a big restaurant. We have 3 pretty large kitchens, and we do a lot of volume as it is right now. We did almost 700 private events last year, and
wow,
a restaurant. So we definitely have some skill set on the volume side, and we just try to, do the best we can, use the best product we can possibly do, and reach out to our suppliers that are, generous enough to work with us.
Well, buddy, look, we hear about the nurses and the doctors and the people that work, in the grocery stores and deliveries, but we sometimes forget about, you and your team that is like really pitching in to help our community, just have a meal. Well, buddy, listen, I love you. I tip my hat to you and your team. You guys are, you're my heroes for getting out there and helping so many people in the community. LA is so lucky to have you and your wife and the whole Redbird family. So thank you again for helping LA Family Housing.
It's our pleasure.
All right, buddy. Take care.
You too.
Okay, next we're gonna meet a woman with many talents and titles. I met her 10 years ago when I was doing a movie for Warner Brothers called Final Destination 5. And yes, there was 4 more movies before that, but I told them, if you get to a 5th Final Destination, I am in. I am in that movie. And that's when I met the great Blair Rich, and we've been buddies ever since when she asked me to host the LAFH Awards. And ever since then, I've had a front row seat to see not only what an incredible executive she is at Warner Brothers as president of worldwide marketing, don't worry about it, just the world, but I also have seen what a great mom she is, and wife and daughter and sister, and to me, an absolutely dear friend. And I can say there is no better advocate to help fight homelessness than the great Blair Rich.
Hi everyone, I'm Blair and this is my daughter Liv who just turned 5 last week. Do you want to say hello?
Hello.
Thank you so much for tuning in to hear about LA Family Housing and our critical work during this uncertain time. I started out years ago as a volunteer with LA Family Housing, and today I'm a proud board member and chair of our largest fundraiser. COVID-19 has challenged all of us in so many ways. But imagine having to shelter at home if you have no home. When I think about families experiencing homelessness, parents struggling to access food because of reduced work hours, to keep their children safe and well, I know we must continue to do more. I want to thank the incredible staff at LA Family Housing. They have been tireless in going above and beyond to meet the increased demand during this emergency. I also want to thank all the donors and sponsors who have stepped up during this time. Thank you to the volunteers who are donating hygiene items and food, making masks at home, enriching the lives of our participants from a safe distance, posting on social media to raise funds and awareness. Your efforts matter and make such a huge difference. Now more than ever, as we face what has become the COVID crisis within the homeless crisis, your support will help us protect the vulnerable and keep moving families home. I know it feels frustrating to be stuck indoors, so I urge you to channel that frustration into action. Jump in and get involved with LA Family Housing today. I look forward to seeing all of you in person at our awards event, and thank you again for tuning in. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Blair. Thank you, PJ. And thank you to LA Family Housing's Board of Directors. But mostly, thanks to all of you for tuning in tonight. We can't do this work without you. We appreciate you standing by our side as we work to protect and move more people home. Okay, stay safe, be healthy, and wash your hands.
The gardeners are really going right now. They're really doing it. They don't care. But you know who does care? Big Sugar. Oh, they care because they sent over these little pieces of gold there. And at Bird Academy, we promote sharing and giving. But as principal of Bird Academy, I think I might call an audible and just keep these little puppies in the teacher's lounge, aka the linen closet on the 2nd floor. Gang, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you feel as inspired as I do about helping others in need during this COVID-19 crisis. There's so many ways to do good right now, even though you're staying home. If you want to support LA Family Housing, please go check them out at lafh.org or follow them on social media at LA Family Housing. And you can stay up to date on all the new things that they're doing, and stay tuned because we will be back in person hopefully very, very soon. So I'm sending you a very big hug. Hello! A big hug, a big COVID-19 social distancing hug, and a big kiss. Thank you so much. Be safe. You want to give a kiss? Give a kiss. Mwah! Okay.
Bye-bye.